Okay, y'all. There's more information coming out, and then there's no information coming out. Okay, y'all. And we're going to talk about them both because we have, students coming out saying certain things about this group of people that, Nolan was with. And they still haven't, y'all, let the family view his body yet. This is crazy on so many levels. And we're about to talk about it, okay, y'all? Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To my day ones, twos, threes, and fours, thank you so very much. I appreciate you all and welcome, welcome, welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so everything is alleged. Some is not. And the Fair Act use is in my description box, y'all. So, let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is crazy. First I want to say happy Wednesday. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Please stay safe and all that good stuff. Please stay aware of your surroundings. And please watch the company that you keep, because it just may save your life or keep you out of trouble. Okay, y'all? So let's get to it. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Y'all, this is crazy on so many levels, the things that's coming out right now. But it all makes sense that they about to cover this shit up, y'all. I don't care what nobody say. They are about to cover it all up. That's basically what's going on right now. And I'm going to ask y'all this question. As a parent, if something happens to your child, do you want to view the body before they go putting some, I'm just saying, y'all, tools and stuff like that to your child to do an autopsy report? Because wherever that the coroner or whatever you call it, whoever does it, whoever that has to do this autopsy report, they gotta cut them to see what happened to them, don't they? How do we not know those cuts wasn't there before the autopsy report, y'all? This is what I don't understand. And as a mother that is in the medical field, because his mother is clearly in the medical field, and I think this is a big reason to why they won't let them see his body. They maybe let him see his face. I don't know if they let him saw his face because they had to identify. But they also said that they were going to do a DNA test to identify him. Why would they do that? That's not normal to me. They usually have somebody come and identify him. So that they just see his face and didn't see the rest of his body. And if they didn't see the rest of his body, what do they have to hide? Was his body messed up? Like, what happened to him? It's the question. And like I said, let me know in the comment section, would you want to see your little one's whole body? So you can get an understanding of what could have happened before they get the checking to see what happened to him. Y'all, I'm just saying, this is weird on so many levels. But this is the picture of when they took him out, when they found him, y'all. When they found him. And the mother and the father was there. We heard that they were all there when they found him. Lord have mercy. Except for his friends that he went there with. And this Katie female is coming out. Now, I don't know what is going on because they saying he had a girlfriend. And then they also said that he was trying to holler at somebody at the on the island. So I have no idea when it comes to that situation. But there are a lot of rumors going around now about the girlfriend. That the girlfriend was messing with more than him. I don't know if that has something to do with it or not. I don't think so, to be honest with y'all. Because according to those numbers, y'all, this had everything to do with the color of his skin. And people being hateful and growing up in hate. Okay, y'all? A lot of stuff is coming out. We found out that the mother is in the medical field. And like I said, this played a major part. This is why they do not want her to see him. They don't want her to see his full body. Now, allegedly, I don't know these people, but allegedly, they are in the midst of doing an autopsy right now. And once they finish, the family hired Ben Crump. Ben Crump just had an interview and he said that they are going to do their own autopsy after they do their independent autopsy. Whatever, which way it goes. They're going to do another one. Word on the street. So I don't know if his is the independent and theirs is whatever, whatever. But anyway, it go. They're gonna do 2 autopsies on him, cause apparently they don't trust the Mississippi autopsy people and the people that surrounding this and the people that took him out there and their connections in the community. They don't trust it, y'all. So they're getting ready to, once they release his body finally to the family and let them view what was done to their child, they're going to get another autopsy report done. So that's in the making. That's why they're saying that, they're doing a GoFundMe and all of that other stuff right now, because they are going to, for the lawyers, for the investigator. They said they hired a private investigators and stuff like that that's running around, questioning people and this and that and this. But the part that I don't understand, if it had been the other way around and had been a white boy out there with all black people, the people that he came out there with would have been hauled in to the police station for questioning. They haven't, y'all. They haven't. And you gotta ask yourself, does them having family members, there's lawyers and judges, play a part in that? Okay? A lot of friends is coming forth now saying that, they warned Nolan. Be careful and watch out for yourself. And that was just like going in one ear and going out the other, because you can tell people that don't want to listen to you. You can tell them till you blue in the face. And they not going to listen, y'all. Because they think that these people love them. They're their friends. And they won't listen to you. And you can be worried and worried and worried. And they just won't. But I truly feel like if the parents would have been into, a reality world, in the real world, okay? Not this world that they have, these walls they put up around their family and everybody else on the outside, they not connected, Now they're saying that, oh, y'all connected too. And you know what I'm scared of right now is the friends that's, because I didn't even think he had no black friends, but he do have about 1 or 2 that then came out and said something. And I'm kind of scared for them now, because they're coming out talking against these judges and lawyers' children now. So are they going to start receiving threats? Are they going to start having problems? But apparently, one of them had enough sense not to go. Now, word on the street is one of his other friends did go. So it was more than one person of color. That's my understanding that was there. But he did not ride on the same boat with Nolan, because they said Nolan's boat was full. So he had to ride with someone else. But word on the street, he did leave his phone in the same boat where Nolan's phone was. And I'm going to say this, y'all. The fact that they told, and I know they getting in and out of water and this and that and this, but the fact that they told everybody to leave their phones, on the boat and then go out and this and that and this, the fact that the friends left him and left with his phone don't make no sense. Because if he was going to stay there, and from what they're saying, he was going to stay there and ride with somebody else. If he really was going to stay there, because they saying he refused to get on the boat. I don't believe that whatsoever, y'all. I think it's a whole lie that they're saying. But they're saying that he refused to get back on the boat with them and that he decided to ride with someone else. And if that was the case, why wouldn't you take your phone? I think they're just making up shit at this particular time. And that's my personal opinion. But this is what it feels like, okay? Some of the friends is coming forth, y'all. And people that know this group of people. And this person right here came forth and said that, allegedly, this group of guys that he came there with, those 3 white guys, they're tied to street pharmacy stuff, y'all. Now, they didn't clearly say how they're tied to street pharmacy stuff, because there's different ways of being tied to it. You can either be selling it, you can either be using it, or you could be doing both. Okay, y'all? They didn't go into details about that. So we don't know as far as that. But if you use your mind, use your brain, think about it. Did they give him something? When I told y'all that don't be surprised that he was stuck. Remember when I said that? Don't be surprised if he was stuck, because S to the TAB came up in the numbers. And I'm going to go back to the numbers a little bit more on this situation, because I want to see if I play around with the numbers a little bit, will it show another way that he could have possibly passed away. So I wanna go back to that as well and see if there's something else that we're missing right now. But people are already getting ready to lie. They're getting the story. They're getting their lie together already, y'all. And not only that, they let me look up something really, really quick, y'all. But they definitely getting a story together right now. Because one of them allegedly, the stepmama or something like that is a judge. She done already came forth, and we're gonna talk about what she said as well, y'all. So I put in. Wait a minute. Let me check something real quick. See if anything else is popping up. And one thing I noticed about these numbers, one thing that I have noticed about them, a lot of times it do put like the cause of the passing. It'll sometimes say different things. More than one thing could have taken you out. So sometimes it does say that as well. So let's see what pops up when I put cause of, DEATH, y'all. Just to see. If anything pops up. Because the friends are saying, maybe this is why the guy told him, be careful and stuff. Because of the fact that these guys possibly is smoking their kneecaps off. Okay, give me 1 second, y'all. But I told y'all what was coming up on the other numbers that I had did. It said torture. Okay, y'all? Put it together. Now, when I put Nolan Xavier Wells cause of DEATH, the weird thing that's popping up on here is girls see me and love to get me, in the birthday suit. And they're saying it's a girl involved too. So I don't know. Let me take out Xavier, y'all. And just put Nolan Wells cause of demise. And 237 pops up off the top, y'all. And y'all know what the 237 represents. Something being staged, y'all. Something being staged. So let's keep going. Let's see. Let's see. Now it says the Reaper, Robert Whitaker, but sometimes it either be the first name or the last name. So I'm wondering, is any of the guys that was with him? Well, I think they've been listing their names. Okay, so I'm not sure. But Robert is popping up. Robert the Reaper. That is popping up in the numbers. Now, yeah, I remember when everybody was back here getting sick a couple of years ago and they was passing out those shots. That's coming up. Like a shot. And yeah, I remember when I was saying that don't be surprised if he got stuck, but could stuck mean, I'm just saying, y'all, street pharmacy stuff through some type of needle or something like that. And remember when I told y'all, be careful, when touchdown pops up, it comes up in the rappers that passes away. Same thing here. McCole Hartman touchdown popped up, and Baker Mayfield touchdown popped up. Okay, y'all? So 2 touchdowns popped up. And then Operation Shield of Judah. I don't know what that means. Operation Shield of Judah is, I'm just saying, y'all. Let me look it up because I have no clue what that even means. It's Hebrew. So it got something to do with Iran and all of that stuff. It frames the operation as a protective and preemptive security action rather than an offensive strike. Judah refers to one of the ancient tribes of Israel and evokes Jewish and biblical history. In Hebrew, it derives from a root meaning to thank or praise. The name roots modern day security campaigns in ancient Jewish consciousness. I'm sorry, y'all. And it's also bringing up Shield of Judah. Y'all remember back here when they did that little operation, and they was calling it Operation Roaring Lion. That's coming up under that as well. Okay, y'all. Another thing that I heard, y'all, and I'm going to tell y'all, this is for entertainment purposes only because I have no idea. I don't be around these people. But I am hearing something else. I am hearing that somebody called for this to happen. I don't know if it's true or not, but this is what they're saying. That somebody made a call for, to make sure he doesn't make it back. I don't know. Y'all know how people, say stuff. They said the same thing about give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, so they said the same thing about Carmelo too. Remember, y'all? They did. I'm gonna put Xavier and take out Nolan Wales and see what comes up. Because sometimes I told y'all have to play with this a little bit to see if anything pops out. And when I put in Xavier, cause of DEATH, it says 187. And y'all know what that equals, 187. So y'all know what 187 represents. Somebody taking you out of here. Maybe something will come up under that. Now, something about a phone call is popping up. A perfect phone call. So, is that why they took the phones? Now, like I said, if this was the other way around, it was all blacks, they would have then took their phones. They would have then called them in for questioning and all of that. But they haven't done anything, which they're giving them time to try to erase stuff and all of that. Because y'all already see that, when I put that in, it says, here comes the Reaper. When I put in, then it says satanic Wicca ritual. Y'all, this is crazy. A white police officer popping up. Now, I don't think no polices was there. But that could mean that there's going to be, some folks hiding some stuff. Now, remember when I told y'all 88 was popping up in the numbers? Well, when I put in Xavier cause of passing, it says Brotherhood of DEATH. So it's saying that they're the ones that's responsible for this, y'all. I told y'all Brotherhood was popping up, didn't I? Now it's popping up when I put that in. And it's the first time I put that in. Then it says DRUG Policy Alliance is popping up. So there's your street pharmacy stuff that's popping up right there. But it's saying Alliance, Policy Alliance. So a lot of stuff is coming out about these guys that he went there with. So either way it go, their secrets is popping out now. Everybody gonna be watching them because they bringing up street pharmacy use. Or not use, but they're just bringing up street pharmacy. So they could be the neighborhood dealers. I don't know. But I don't see Nolan taking no street pharmacy stuff, and he getting ready to go home. He getting ready to go to campus and start his, football stuff. Unspeakable tragedy is popping up too in the numbers. That's weird because a lot of people that passes either it talks about how they passes and stuff like that. Not getting too much information on this, which is weird, y'all. Let me put in autopsy report and see what comes up under his name too. Because this is some weird stuff, y'all. Normally more come up. It's not a lot coming up. But 187 is popping up. That's for darn sure. Another thing that I am hearing, y'all, is the 3 guys that took him to the island. Before they got back, they started, and this is what they're saying, so I'm going to say allegedly, because these are the rumors just going around, okay? Nothing but rumors. But before they made it back, they said that they had already started deleting their social media accounts and blocking them, y'all. Word on street, y'all. This is crazy. This is crazy. And like I said, it's barely anything coming up, but the stuff that is coming up, it's not saying a lot. Like I told y'all before, STAB came up. But the fact that they won't even let the parent see the body, what did somebody stick them? And now they're gonna act as if the sticking was from. I'm just saying, y'all, the autopsy report. Could that be why they're not showing anything? Are they gonna find street pharmacy stuff in his system? And if they do, are they gonna say, "Oh, he took himself out"? Is this what they're gonna say? He was doing street pharmacy stuff and took himself out. Now, John Ledbetter, the sheriff, have came out and he had a statement saying that they're going to look at this like any other case. There's going to be no difference in it and this and that and that and this. But there already is some difference in it. Why wouldn't you let the family see the body? Is that normal? Y'all let me know. Because I have nurses and stuff that be in my comment section. Let me know. Is this normal, or police officer or whatever? Is this a normal thing for them not to show you the full body? And if they don't show you the full body, do it seem like there's something to hide there? Because why wouldn't you show the parents his body? They still have not seen his body yet, y'all. They still haven't seen it. Their lawyer that they hired, the Ben Crump guy, he said they still have not seen him yet. This is crazy. This is 2 more days after they found them. Now, didn't they found him on the 6th? This is the 8th. The parents are not allowed to see their own child. I don't understand this part. And this guy came forward talking about, oh, we're going to handle this just like we would any other case. I doubt it. Especially when you have lawyers and judges. Okay? In the midst of this situation. And this judge right here, she released a statement. This is one of the kids that he allegedly went there with. Stepmother. That's the judge. And she put out a statement. She released Judge Ashley Cole regarding online rumors and the loss of Nolan Wells. This is what she puts out. Our family, along with the community, grieves the loss of Nolan Wells. Our thoughts and prayers are with Nolan's family. Our son Warren loved Nolan dearly. Really? So why didn't he come back with them? If they loved him, why is he the only one that didn't make it back and he was with them? Unfortunately, I feel that it is appropriate for our family to dispel some rumors with facts based upon the social media attention that is being diverted away from the Wells family and their loss. Yes, I deactivated my Facebook. Yeah, people was talking about this. So if social media is saying that the family, the guys that he went there with deactivated their accounts, and the judge also deactivated her account, that wasn't a lie. That wasn't a rumor. Okay? She said, yes, I deactivated my Facebook. Given the very heightened emotional state of social media right now, I fear for the safety of my child and my children. Really, lady? Y'all, you know she lying, right? I'm just, this is my personal opinion. But she fear for their life. They all live in a white neighborhood, y'all. What, who gonna come out there to do something to her family? This is some bull crap, my personal opinion. She says, my husband and I have 6 children and we covet their privacy. We do not believe it is appropriate for our minor children's photographs to be circulating throughout the internet, presenting potential threats to our safety. There is no threats to them. If they lived in the hood, it'd be a difference. They live in a white neighborhood. This is the problem with the whole situation. He was the eyeball out. So who's going to threaten them? The other white friends? I'm just saying. It don't make no sense what she's saying. And it just seems like this is just her excuse, okay? She said, I graduated high school with Christine Wells Wansley. So she went to school with his mother. We are from the same community. I have the utmost respect for her and all the Wells family. Yeah, okay. That's why y'all lawyered up real quick before y'all even talk to them. She says, we mourn the loss of Nolan with them. Really? Y'all haven't even put up your stepson? He haven't even put our rest in peace to him. The friends that, the black friends that was warning him not to go and all of that, they're posting up videos and all of that. But the ones he went out there with, you all looking like y'all preparing for to go to the WA to the R in court. That's what y'all looking like y'all doing. She goes on to say, our prayers have been and will continue to be with them. She said, my husband and I were not at Horn Island. Nobody said they were. They just don't have nothing to do with her and her husband. Only thing this has to do with you and your husband is you're a judge. And look what happened to Carmelo. What happened to him was political. There were people that politicians' son was there when what went down with Carmelo at that track meet. And they're all friends. They're all friends. They had friends and had places, and parents and stuff. They had jobs and had places. And even though Jeff McCaff is a drunk, they still stood by him. All of those white folks, y'all, they stood by him, even though they know his sons were bullies. Okay, y'all. So this just seemed like some bullcrap to me, what she's putting out there. The rumors. They said y'all deactivated y'all account. That's not a rumor. That was a fact. Okay? You just coming on here saying why you deactivated it. You're coming on here saying that you and your husband was not there. Of course y'all wasn't. They were all mostly teens there. And the other people that were in boats that were adults, they wasn't with them. Just saying, y'all. She said, my husband and I were not on the Horn Island at any point of the 4th of July. Nobody said you were. No one in our family is trying. She said, no one in our family is trying in any way to impede with the investigation by law enforcement or to otherwise hamper the family and law enforcement's quest for answers. Really? It look like you're doing that now. Warren was interviewed by the Jackson County Sheriff. So she's saying that her stepson was interviewed. So they did they bring him in a question, and did they go in themselves? That's my, did they ask them to come in? Okay. Warren was interviewed by the Jackson Sheriff Department and cooperated fully. Yeah, because y'all told him what to say. Y'all lawyers and doctors around. I mean, lawyers and judges around. You think they ain't talk to him and say, keep your answers short and this and that? I'm just saying, y'all. Lord have mercy. He saw Nolan last around 3 o'clock on July the 4th. They left around 4:30. Now, do y'all see where all the lies is coming up? Because even the timeline is off. Word on the street is the news reports and stuff saying that the last time they saw him was 3 o'clock. Remember? But other people that then came forth said that they seen him around 4. They seen him around 5 o'clock. He was in an argument with the people that he came there with. Now I'm going to ask y'all a question. If you go somewhere with somebody and you get into a heated argument and y'all going at each other, okay? Would you want to get on a boat with that person? Or did that person tell them, you ain't getting on my boat? Get back the best way you can. Is that what was told to him? Because they ignoring the fact that there was an argument. People is coming up with, it was street pharmacy stuff. Oh, it might have been an accident. Or is this? How do you get in an accident right after you get into it with the people you came there with? How does that work, y'all? Because 9 times out of 10, and y'all heard the argument, it was loud. You couldn't clearly hear everything, but they were going at it. Okay? And word on the street that everybody out there, even people in their boats, was staring in that direction. I saw that. So y'all want us to believe that after that heated argument, y'all made up and everything was peaches and cream? I'm about to go get me some cootie cat and I'll be back in a little while? Because this is what the friend said. Oh, he went off with the female. The female that already allegedly came forward and told her part of the story. And a lot of people are saying that the friends try to throw the female under the bus. Okay, y'all? And the female is saying, no, he wasn't. Yeah, and we ain't about to go there. The female is saying that the last thing she heard was them trying to get people on the boat. So, I mean, make it make sense, because they are saying that he said that he didn't want to come. And I'm going to just be completely honest with y'all. We don't know this female. This will be one of their friends, and they throwing a whole case off to getting her to say something, and then getting them to say something, and then you're never going to really get answers out of neither one. Okay? It's crazy. They're saying that after the argument, they left him. They left around 4:30 p.m. when the boat was taken on water, and they had an issue with the bilge pump. I don't know what that is, y'all. Okay? Nolan made a decision. See, they lie together. They're saying that they had boat problems now. And they left early because the boat was acting up. Okay, y'all? That's what they're saying. And they're saying that Nolan told him he wasn't going to ride back with them. He made the decision to stay on the island and return inland later with another group of friends. Now this group of friends that he got into it with while he was there, not only are they pointing the finger at the female, but now they are pointing the finger at another group of people, saying that he was going to leave with somebody else. Who was he going to leave with? Because the other black friend that his phone was on the boat where Nolan and them came in at, he didn't say that he was going to ride with him. So what other group of friends he was going to ride back with? See, to me, they're reaching for straws. First they said the female, she didn't came forward and she didn't clear her name like, nah, y'all ain't about to put that on me. And now they're saying that he left, he was going to leave with another group of people. Who was this other group of people that he was going to leave with? Because they suspect too then. If somebody told him that, oh, you can ride back with us, and then he never make it back, who's the other group? If you bring somebody out there, you're going to find out who's going to take that person back to shore, right? You ain't going to leave your friend on the island and he just like, oh, because he could have been out of his mind. Could have been sipping on some, or, you know what I'm saying, doing some street pharmacy stuff. He could have been even thinking straight. So why wouldn't you make him come back with you? Huh? But see, what's throwing this whole story off about, oh, he going to go back with this person and that person and that person? Did he decide that he was going to go back with somebody because there was a fight? Because word on the street is there was. What was the fight about? And why would y'all get him all the way over there in a vulnerable state and then get into it with him? My question is, why would he go? But we're going to talk about that later. Because this is how, kids grow up and you can't tell them nothing sometimes. And sometimes this is where they end up at. Laid out on somebody's table because they hard-headed. Or they think that people are their friends that's not really their friends. There's so many people coming out now. This guy came out and he said that he went through the same, something similar, y'all. And he said that somebody saved him from his friends leaving him somewhere. And he said he thought they loved him. It just so happened that somebody else felt sorry for him. And this was an older guy talking about his experience when he was that age. So this ain't nothing new. This is nothing new. And people got to wake up. Every black person that's living in the suburbs and living around these white people and got all these white friends and this and that and that and this is a wake up call for y'all. It is. And if you all don't start listening, it's going to be more and more stories like this. And it is what it is. It is. It's just that simple. She says he made a decision. He was going to return with a group of some more friends. Yes, I am a judge. I also value transparency. Yeah, but you don't value y'all family members going to prison. I know that much. She says, I apologize if anyone was offended that I deleted my social media. Well, what about him deleting his social media and blocking his social media? What about that? What about the fact that his phone was still on their boat? Why didn't they give him his phone back if they were going to leave him? This don't make no sense. There were no nefarious motivations in my deleting my social media. Social media has a lot of positives, but a whole lot of negatives. We live in a world of clickbaiting. Sad but true. My family is hopeful that this information will help to redirect the attention to the Wells family, their grief, and their need for our community's support. So you want to redirect this why you posted this up, to redirect the energy somewhere else instead of redirecting the energy to the people that did it? Because I do believe that's what the family want, justice. The mama already is I'm just saying, y'all, firing pows with her words already, saying that it make no sense for them to leave him if he came there with them. So the mother's already, and she's trying to keep it, respectful or whatever. But she's feeling some type of way about this group that he left with too. Not just the people that's on the outside looking in. Okay, y'all? But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole situation. Do you think that they already getting their cover story together? Because, yeah, apparently it's looking like it's a possibility that the police or whatever are starting to have them to come in and give a statement or whatever. But it still don't seem like it's that important to them. I'm just going to put that out there. And it does still seem like there is a cover up, y'all. Because why haven't they let this woman see her baby yet? This don't make no sense. Anyway, y'all, please like, share, subscribe if you like the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace.